Right, obviously Fight Talk, thank you for the question. Who wins a UFC 202 and why? Well, my answer to that would be I think Conor McGregor wins this rematch. I think he'll win it later on in maybe the 4th round. I think he could finish Diaz. But I also wouldn't rule out the fight going 5 rounds and the decision being anybody's. So that's where I'm at with this. What the fuck?
My prediction for Conor McGregor vs Nate Diaz. I'm gonna go for obviously Nate Diaz because I do believe it. I do feel like obviously weight matters, and I feel obviously Conor is a good fighter, but I feel like Nate will take it again exactly the same as he did the first time.
McGregor and Diaz fight is Diaz again. I can't see McGregor being able to get in his range. I can't see him beating Diaz on the ground. I think it'll be very much the same, but it'll be interesting. McGregor's brought in long guys, but I'm going for Diaz again.
Ryan Curtis here, just giving me predictions for UFC 202, Conor McGregor versus Nate Diaz. I'm gonna go with Conor, man. He's been looking scary good in the gym. There's a fire in his eyes, and I think on fight night people are gonna know that he wasn't messing around here. It's gonna be a tough night for Diaz. And Artem's been looking good too. Artem always brings it. The chap's never been in a board and fight in his life, so I don't know, it's gonna be a bad night for the Diaz camp, but they're getting butchered, to be honest, like, you know what I mean? The boys has just been looking so good, and I can't say it going any other way.
McGregor and Diaz 2, bigger, stronger McGregor this time. McGregor win by stoppage, round 2.
So, my predictions for the Diaz-McGregor fight, pretty on the fence. I think I could see McGregor getting a decision or Diaz getting a submission again. The one thing's for sure it's going to be about it.
From the first fight, I reckon Conor can just go out and try and stand and not try and go to war with Nate. I reckon Conor can beat him on the points decision. Nate is a big guy for the weight, and everyone knows Conor has a beautiful left hand, and if he lands down on anybody, I reckon he can drop them. But just because Nate's the bigger guy, it's going to take a lot more than to beat Nate with that left hand or anything. Like, Nate's been around as well a very long time, so from the first fight, I just watched the first fight back, and I reckon if Conor can just literally keep him at bay and pick his shots and not trying to war it up with him. We all know that Nate has been in the dogs. He's been in the dog house a couple of times. He's had a lot of hard fights in the UFC in the last 7 or 8 years. He's been around longer than Conor as well, so he knows what it's like to be given the tough fights. Conor in the UFC has only done maybe 10, not even 10 rounds, I'd say, since he started, which is incredible. Nate's probably done 55. You know, like, just the difference. That's just from my that's just what I'm saying. So I reckon if Conor can just pick him off and not try and ward out with him, I reckon Conor will beat him on points. And I don't really see it going any other way, to be honest. I give it a points win for Conor McGregor on UFC 202.
Alright lads, what's the crack? Phil from IFS up in the north here. UFC 202 main event prediction. For me, it's Diaz for a number of reasons. One, he's the bigger man. He knows what the crack is at the weight class. He's used to it. Two, the quality of sparring partners Diaz has. He's rolling regularly with his brother, and he's sparring with the likes of Andre Ward, Joe Schilling, Gilbert Melendez, Jake Shields, to name a few. Three, cardio is going to be a major factor in this fight again. It's not to say that McGregor has bad cardio, it's just to say that Nate's cardio is on a different level. Regardless, I think it's going to be a fantastic fight, and I can't wait. Keep doing what you're doing, lads. Really enjoying it. Conor Doran, you're my spirit animal.
Mr. MC O'Keefe, what's happening? McLefty Levins here, just finished me on training session. You asked me what way to think the McGregor and Diaz fight. Well, I'm going to back McGregor, and I'm going to say he's going to go the distance. So McGregor all the way for me it is, yeah? And if anybody wants to put money on it, I'm game.
Okay, so kind of on the ropes about who I'm going to pick for Conor and Nate. I think if Conor picks his shots, mills, doesn't get caught up in a war, I think he could take the fight. But I think if Nate makes him go to war a little bit, keeps the pressure on, throws him out again, I think it'll be the same as last time. That's my predictions for Conor and Nate.
Dec Larkin here. Just a quick rundown on Diaz and McGregor too. If you look back at the first fight, I think Conor wasn't really prepared for a step up in 2 weight divisions. Being featherweight champion, moving up to welterweight that quick, it wasn't a good idea. I think there was a bit of an advantage there to Diaz, but Conor, I think, will be more prepared this time. If you look at his cardio, he threw a lot of power punches in the first round and kind of, you know, blew himself out. But I think it'll be a different story this time. He'll be more prepared for that one. On the ground, I think I don't think Conor had much trouble for Diaz in the ground, but I don't think I'll maybe go there. Conor can keep it standing. I think he could get maybe a 3rd round victory, a TKO. Well, I hope so anyway. Everybody behind Conor in this one, and I'm hoping he wins it. But I think Conor McGregor, 3rd round TKO.
McGregor Diaz too. I have Diaz to win by 4th round knockout. I think McGregor's more prepared this time, but Diaz is still going to finish him. It's just going to take twice as long this time.
Yo, what's up, fight fans? Chris Hoekstra here. I want to talk about Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor. This is a matchup that I can say with great certainty is going to be bananas. I predict entertainment. This isn't a marquee matchup. This is the type of matchup that gets me really excited about MMA. There are many points of analysis, many lenses to view this contest, if you will. Both men having learned lessons from the last encounter. The cardio, the ground game, a full camp for Nate, a purposeful camp now for Conor to prepare for Nate. But one thing I want to focus on in this breakdown is the boxing. Both have a very different take on boxing for MMA. The looping left, the bolo punch, if you will, from Conor, the shovel right uppercut. Nate with a stiff jab last time around, setting up some devastating combinations from southpaw. I think that's going to be a key thing to watch out for in this contest. Both men can finish, but I believe that Nate Diaz will be a little bit too much in the end and get the job done. Tune in this weekend, guys. UFC is going to be manic, and shout out to my boys at Obviously Fight Talk. Enjoy.